Today we're gonna play around with the items from my paid Boxycharm by Ipsy. My paid Boxycharm by Ipsy. I have to get used to saying that. So I have zero makeup on my face. We're gonna go ahead and play around with the products. I'm gonna bring you guys up close and personal. We're gonna see how everything works. And if you didn't see the items that I selected as choice, my add-ons, and the products that Ipsy chose for me themselves, and make sure you check the unboxing. I'm gonna put it up here for you guys. Just click those three little dots and you'll see it up there. It'll be one of the videos suggested, but we're gonna move right along and get this started. I literally just washed my face. It is nice and dry. We're gonna start off with a moisturizer, and I'm gonna use the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. I really wish this was a full size. Remember this? If I see this again and I can get a few, I'm going to, because it's so nice. And the fragrance is really light and dissipates really quickly. I don't know, it makes me feel kind of fancy. So I'm gonna go ahead, apply this on the skin. If you have really oily skin, I'm gonna say apply this and make sure you apply a primer, and then from there don't do the next step that I'm gonna do, because realistically speaking, you're not gonna need this much hydration on your skin if you're already oily. And if you have really dry skin, you're going to really want to like do these two steps and your skin is gonna love you for it. And if you have normal combo, you can do the two and get away with it, or you can just do one and be fine. But I have the product, so I most definitely want to try them. Look how dewy and healthy my skin looks already. I literally just did a dab, 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 dab. A little bit is gonna go a very long way, so this is gonna last me a really long time, but I still want to get more. If you hear noise in the background, I have family over and sounds in my house echo because it's so open concept. I'm gonna move on to the next item. It's gonna be the Rose Gold Elixir. This is the one by Versali that has like those gold flecks on top. You technically want to wash your face, exfoliate, tone your serums, your under eye creams, that kind of thing, and then you want to go in with moisturizer and then an oil. I'm gonna shake it up just in case there's like flecks of gold at the bottom. Ooh, I did good. Do you guys see the little gold flecks? Oh, it's dripping. No. Okay, so I'm gonna just drip onto the skin. Drip, drip. I think that's enough because I have another drip here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pat it onto my skin. And I get so many compliments on my skin because it looks like smooth and clean and flawless. Unfortunately, skincare can be tedious, and we always talk about that here. We've always had that conversation. It's kind of like, can I just apply my makeup and look amazing? And for some people you can, but for many you really have to show your skin some TLC in order to get the outcome that you want. I am one of those people too, okay? I have to show it TLC because if I don't, it gets ugly. Like my skin gets patchy and weird and stuff. The last step I'm going to do for skincare is my Versali Skin Tune. This is not new here. We've seen this a lot lately. Ever since I tried it a while ago, I really enjoyed it. I only apply it where it's necessary. You guys see the main points of the skin. The T-zone area, my enlarged pores here become diffused and almost like they're not even there, almost filled, if you will. And then here, it's just because when you highlight, sometimes it looks a little bumpy, which is weird, and the center of the brow. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of go around in a little circle and kind of drag it where I want it. I leave it alone, let it set. Same thing for the chin. And it seems like a little bit, but it's a lot. So you don't need all that much. Kind of mattifies, creates a little barrier between your makeup and your skin, and it just looks beautiful. But you can also go without makeup and it's gonna look amazing. And then here, I'm just kind of patting. I'm not gonna go in circular motions, I'm gonna pat, but whatever I can, I bring over to my cheekbone. That's also gonna blur out any of my texture. It just kind of diffuses it. I've got little sunspots coming out of my skin. Just notice that. Like, I've had sunspots for quite some time, but like there are certain ones that weren't there and they're new. And if you feel like you have bumps on your nose, whatever's left, just kind of go over it. You'll be fine. It's like, it works. And I'm gonna leave that alone. You guys don't understand how excited I am to play around with the product. I'm gonna go ahead and prepped my lids. Prepped. Why did I say prepped? I'm gonna use my Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas and Medium. And I think, oh God, I almost dropped something. We're gonna play around with this palette today. I know, I ended up getting the Fenty Beauty one, this little snap shadow one. I wanna play around with that too, but I'm super curious about this. Like, does it work, right? I don't know, but we're gonna find out. So I'm gonna grab a fluffy brush. This is by Real Techniques. I've had this for ages, probably like 9, 10 years or something like that. I'm gonna, oh my God, what do I want to do? I think I'm gonna go into this shade here. Now this is the, oh, there's a lot of kick up, hold on. Oh, wow. It picked up, and when I went like this, everything came out. It's weird. Let's try. This is the palette that I paid $3.50 for. And it seems like a well-rounded palette, like a more neutral, but still well-rounded because you get highlights, you get mattes, and you get shimmers. You can smoke out the look, or you can keep her simple, nice, and light. But I don't know if it's gonna be any good. So we're playing around and seeing this shade. I don't want to judge it too soon. Hold on. Let's just keep tapping like we always do. Yeah, I don't want to judge it too soon. Let me just kind of tap in, tap out, and then go back in. Gonna blend out like these. Same thing on the other side. We're gonna tap. All right, I'll be the first one to tell you. This looks super deep and opaque, like super pigmented. It's pigmented, it blended well. You have to work it through and blend a little more than like regular shadows like your Fenty's or your Huda, but it works. The only thing is it's not gonna be that dark. Like you see on my eyes, it's not all that dark. Let me go back in. I'm not even gonna tap out, and I'm gonna go like this and see if we can build it. Okay, so it does get darker. It's pigmented, it's just not like super opaque. Like I can still kind of see my primer. It's fine. Again, for $3.50. Come on now, you know. I grabbed an eyeshadow brush and I'm gonna dip into this coppery brown shade. I'm gonna apply it here. That was one swipe. All right, this shade is impressive because I'm pretty much done. I don't have to dip back into the pan to get any more. That one swipe that I did was able to fully provide coverage where I wanted it. So I'm not mad at it. It is very like shimmery metallic. It's really nice. That formula and this finish is way better than this one. I'm gonna go back in and I'm going to apply on the other side. So yeah, so basically this shimmer applied better because the matte that I applied on the crease and I tried to build, I had to dip into the pan maybe like 4 times. Okie dokie artichoke. With a clean fluffy brush, I'm gonna dip into this shade here again, very lightly, and I'm gonna kind of like diffuse and blend out like these. So I don't want it to be super harsh. Clearly that shade isn't gonna be our best friend, and that's okay. And then with a really teeny tiny brush, I think I wanna dip into this shade. That picked up a lot, so let's tap out. And I'm gonna drag that under the eye. I know it looks crazy and it looks like I don't know what I'm doing. Trust me, it needs to get polished and stuff. So we're just gonna keep building and just trust the process. I'm gonna go in with the Ofra Verified Aligner. It is in black. It has a paintbrush tip, which I absolutely love. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of deepen the lash line a little bit. It doesn't have to be super precise or anything like that. And if you're wondering, yes, I highly recommend this liner. It's actually really good. I'm gonna curl my lashes, apply mascara. The mascara I am applying is the HD Volumizing Mascara by Ofra as well. My skin is ready and we are going to try the Drunk Elephant drops. Everyone really wanted these. I hope that they feature it in the future in one of their shops or something, because like being able to snag Drunk Elephant at a really cheap price is amazing. So this is the O Blues Rosy drops. It says Fortify and Blush. It has omega fatty acids, sapanwood bark. Is that the name of the shade, sapanwood bark? You can mix this into your serums and apply it all over the skin, or you can apply it on its own. So we are gonna apply it on its own. We're not gonna mix it with a serum or anything. We're just gonna pop this on the cheeks. I like the dropper. You just squeeze and like one comes out, so you can really control how much is applied. And I'm gonna go in with my fingers and then pounce my beauty blender onto it, just to kind of see how that works. I'm gonna use my sponge at an angle. Oh, the blushing effect is very subtle. Like I'm gonna go in with the sponge and do one of these. Very subtle. You see what I'm saying? It gives you that luminosity, which is beautiful, but it's extremely subtle. So maybe I should go in, you know what? On this side, we're gonna do a blush first and then use this as a topper and see how that works. The luminous effect is beautiful, but you don't get that pinky hue that you would think because this is more of like a rose gold. I'm gonna use Stockholm by Merit Beauty and a Brit. And let's apply some blush that has a similar hue. Now this blush looks hydrating, but it doesn't really have luminosity to it. See, this is what I thought it was gonna look like, except I thought it was gonna have the luminous effect, but I was wrong, girl. And then I'm gonna add, oh yeah, go in with a blush first, and then use this as a topper and it's gonna look really pretty. It'll still look subtle depending on the blush that you apply, but it'll look really pretty. But the luminosity is actually really pretty, so I'm not mad at it. And it's Drunk Elephant, hello. And the last item I have to try is the Reina Rebelde Lip Stain. And because, you know, it's like a liquidy, loose type of thing and it's gonna move around. I'm gonna apply a very, very small amount, but I wanna apply a lip liner to kind of set it in place or kind of like hold it hostage to the lip as long as possible. So I'm going to use Gerard Cosmetics Lip Liner in Sheer. And I'm choosing this one because it seems to be kind of similar. Now let's go in with the lip stain. My recollection of this lip stain, the shade is really pretty. It stains, but it's not gonna set and stain, if that makes sense. It'll stay kind of glossy, and once the gloss fades, it kind of moves around. So I'm gonna go very light-handed with it. The shade is really pretty. It's like a bubblegum pink. And hopefully it'll dry a lot faster given the fact that I applied less this time. All right, you guys, and here is the completed look. Now let's get into my product roundup because you know we need to, right? The eyeshadow palette. I can see why it was only $3.50. I wouldn't pay not even $5 for her. I think it was a good thing to get it for $3.50 and kind of play around with it. The eyes came out really nice, but the formulas are super inconsistent. The fallout is intense and insane. And then the shade that I used on my crease, although it looked like the deepest shade, no matter how many times I went in, you could kind of build it, but the moment that you start to blend, it kind of starts fading away. So you still see some of it, and it added this kind of like shadowy hue to the crease area, but it's not as intense as I thought it was going to be. I did not use the highlights because I knew that we had the drunk elephant, and I feel like a lot of people wanted to see this product in action and like really know my feedback on it, so I skipped down those highlights. It's really pretty, worth having. I think it's gonna look amazing on the skin. If you go in with just this, mix it with your serum, apply it, and it's gonna look amazing. If you wanna add this as a blush or add luminosity to your blush, you definitely wanna go in with a blush within the same color family as your base, and then top it off with this, and it's gonna look nice. And no, it was not fragrance. I couldn't smell anything coming off of it, so it's unfragranced in my opinion. When it comes to the Tatcha, I already told you guys, I really like it. It's not first impressions. I've tried this before, and I'm kind of hoping that I can get my hands on more. These two I've owned. I haven't had this for a while. Super happy to have it again. This I have backups because it's that good. I'm still pissed that the size difference occurred, but it kind of is what it is at this point. I'm done complaining about it. Maybe. I don't know. I might complain about it again. Right? Okay. And the lip stain. Now that it is completely dried down, it's not sticky. It's a nice formula. It doesn't feel drying, and I feel like I take back what I said. Remember how I was like, this might not be a good thing? Well, this might actually be nice. I don't know. We're gonna see how it wears because it's like a lip stain. We'll see what happens. But I'm actually pretty happy with my selections when it came to the month of April. April was the very first Boxycharm by Ipsy box. My only complaint is gonna be the way they packaged it, but if you watch the other video, you already know what that looked like. I'm still pissed about that. And the fact that I'm not the only one, it kind of makes me feel better, but it kind of doesn't. But anyway, I really hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Make sure you chime in the comment section below. Let me know what you're thinking throughout this whole video. What stood out to you? Did you try any of these products? Did you get any of these products? What are you obsessed with? What was your favorite product out of your box? Just talk to me, girl. Let me know how your day is going. If you are new to the channel, I want to invite you to join the Yari channel here on the YouTube. We have an amazing family here. All you really have to do is hit that subscribe button down below. And if you have enjoyed today's video, you do not need to leave. I upload 6 days out of the week to make sure that there's more than enough content for you to enjoy. So feel free to go to my channel, browse my playlists, all my videos. I know you're gonna find something intriguing and enjoyable. Speaking of videos, I'm gonna go ahead and suggest 2 videos here on screen. I'm hoping you'll consider checking out, and if you do, I will see you guys over there. Bye guys.